The beer throwing chair thing hotel room
Yeah.
person. Do you have any guesses? A female? Yep.
Yeah.
I nailed it.
Had you heard that story before, or you just
Nope.
got?
Yeah, that hotel room turned into such a disaster because that was also.
Hey everybody, welcome to Curling Nation Season 3, Episode 10, The John We Really Wanted. Today on the show, we talk with the greatest lead ever known to man, the John Landsteiner.
Also the greatest lead ever known to fan this show.
Yes.
Super
Correct.
fan.
Probably. Super fan. John
Super
Landsteiner.
curler, super nice dude, John Landsteiner.
All true.
All true. Also, thanks to Modus Financial for their support of Curling Nation. If you need a point of sale, online store, credit card processing system, contact Mason at moduscc.com. They can set you up with whatever your credit card and point of sale system needs are. Mason is a curler, not a very good one, but a great supporter of our podcast.
He's
and
a good enough
curling
curler.
in
Don't
general.
put Mason down like that. He's a sponsor of the show. Idiot.
We only kid. We kid.
All right. What else?
Yeah. We still got end cards for sale. If you want to get some end cards, play some ends with friends, take some money, buy some drinks. It's a fun way to gamble with your friends watching curling.
Kill time between games at a Bonspiel.
Correct. It's a fun time. And
Great.
You want to
Side
wait? I'm going
benefit,
to
you
interrupt
support
for
the show.
just a second.
Yes.
Joel,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Interrupt.
yeah.
You guys last week had told me good luck in my
Oh,
ends gambling
Curlo.
in Curlo,
Yeah.
in Colorado.
Yeah.
I would like to say that I came out $8 in the black this year, which might be the first time I ever won money
All right.
playing this game.
Great.
I lost the kitty at the end, which was worth $137. Would have been a huge swing had I gotten that. But
So what
Did
was,
you write down the rules for Curlo?
no, we don't write down the rules.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So who was the big winner? So you won $8. What was the big winner for Curlo?
The biggest winner of the 8-person game of Curlo that we had going was a guy named Mike Blazer. He's a curler from Chicago.
Okay.
A ski trip partner. And he went from like minus 50 to plus 75 or something like
With
that.
the $137
because
pot.
He won the,
Got it.
won
Awesome.
the kitty in the last end
All
of
right.
the championship.
Congratulations, Mike Blazer.
Yeah, good for him. All right. We've got a lot of updates to get through, so we're gonna try
Go.
and get through them pretty quick.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
I'm sorry I distracted us.
That's
Oh,
okay.
no problem.
That's okay. It's a good story.
Dave Samsa and Pam Wilson won silver at the World Wheelchair Mixed Doubles Championship.
Way to go, Pam and Dave.
Congratulations to them. Very nicely done.
Where was that event? Do we know?
Not off the top of
Can't
our head.
remember.
Way to thanks for continuing to
the-
derail the show, Greg.
Yeah.
Way to go.
You're welcome,
Yeah.
Craig. I'll look it
damn
up while you continue the
Yeah.
rest of the intro.
So look it up. Also, the Team USA at the wheelchair 4-person team, they made the playoffs.
I think so, yeah.
Didn't medal, but Steve Empt won the Fair Play Award as voted on by all the other players there. So
Way to go, Steve.
congratulations to Steve Empt for the Fair Play Award.
Richmond, British Columbia.
BC.
There you go.
There you go.
Boom.
That's right.
Actually, I think John Cullen may have called some of the playoff action there.
Did he?
I think I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah,
that he
good
was
for
going
him.
to do that. Way to go, John.
Corey Dropkin and Corey
TC.
won U.S. mixed doubles.
Yep.
They're going to go on to the championship in Korea?
I think so. Yeah.
Because senior
Slightly less
yeah.
heartthrobby than 80s Corey combination.
You think so?
I don't know. Tough call. Anyway,
Tough call.
I digress.
Tough call. So congratulations to Corey and Corey. They beat Andrew Stopera and Anderson
I think it was one of the Andersons.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one. I'm sorry.
in the final.
Yep.
Also, Senior Nationals just happened. Team Margie Smith won.
That was in Seattle. I know that.
That was in Seattle. Margie Smith won for the women, and Joel Larway won for the men.
There you go.
They are off to Senior Worlds in Korea.
There you go.
End of April. Good luck
Neat.
to them. Mike,
I have a few rules in my life,
Yeah.
Okay.
and one of them is to never gamble with Joel Arway.
Yeah. He's a good gambler, huh?
He's good at it and he cheats. Both. I love the guy, but I will never ever gamble with him.
I suppose that's the way to always win, right? Or to
It's a way to win a lot, yeah.
That-
Him and his brother. I won't gamble with either of them because they would team up, and like one of them would take a loss if it meant his brother was gonna win more. And it was like it was an amazing thing to watch.
That's
like
awesome.
in action, but like I've seen them play pool, and
Yeah.
they're just like
And
you
they're
know
just-
one of them will distract the other team, and then they'll just stuff a ball in a pocket, things like that. It's just it's amazing.
Awesome. Love it. Great.
all right.
Don't play pool with the Larways. Got it.
Life advice.
Life advice.
Don't
Got it.
gamble with the Larways.
Got it.
Either
Okay.
of them.
Spectacular story. Thank you.
Also, friend of the show, Mike Poplinski,
Yep.
won the Developmental Coach of the Year award from the U.S. OPC. So this was not a USA Curling Award. This was an award by the U.S. OPC that encompassed
Everybody listening to the show,
7 different
the
sports.
Curling Nation bump is real. Get on the show.
Yeah,
Boom.
it happens.
It's Team Northern Ontario made the playoffs at the Briar. Mike Harris on the show.
On the
Boom.
show.
Curling Nation
Boom.
bump. Shannon
Shannon
Burchard
Burchard
on the show.
won again.
One.
Boom. Joanne Courtney gonna be on the coverage
Broadcast.
at Worlds.
Yep.
Curling Nation bump. Boom.
Chris Plies won nationals again
Curling Nation
on the
bump.
show.
Boom.
It just
Becca
happened.
Hamilton.
It just happened.
The list never ends. Come on the show. Boom.
Good things.
Women's Worlds starts in Sandviken, Sweden. So good luck to Team
Can you
USA.
say that again?
Sandviken?
Sandviken. Yeah. Hey,
Is that right? Did I say it right?
I don't know.
Who
I
knows?
don't know. You just it sounded
Close
like you
enough.
threw some accent at it, so that's why I wanted you to say
Right.
it again. See
Yeah,
if
I like it. All right. What else happened?
Could have been the beer talking. So
Congratulations.
good luck to Tab, Corey, Becca, Tara. I'm not sure who the fifth
I don't
is.
think they have a fifth, unless
Yeah.
they're bringing one along.
So good luck to Team
Have to bring one along.
Pearson.
You have to state law.
Yes. Well, yeah, state law in Sweden. The Corey. What? How do you say her name now?
TC.
TC.
I
TC.
during
They've been saying
while
T-
I am only saying TC because when I was listening to mixed doubles coverage, the limited amount I listened to it, that's the way Tyler George was saying it. So
Okay.
I'm going on what Tyler George said, and I would fancy him to be a bit of a
I think they got.
bit in the know, if you will.
Well, they
So,
also
Fair enough.
covered that in Denver as well when they were playing. So
yeah, there you go. So
yeah.
I'm gonna go with TC.
TC as in just T and the letter C. Just
That's the way I was
TC.
hearing it.
Okay. All right. So 2 things about Tyler George.
Okay.
Or no, 2 things about Corey TC.
Yeah.
One, Ty should know because he probably went to her wedding.
I'll take that.
And another thing about Tyler is that'll be the next member of the 2018 Olympic gold medalist that we have on the show.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because we're not getting Schuster.
No.
And finally, Corey Teesey
Yes.
went undefeated at women's nationals and mixed doubles nationals.
Pretty good.
Like that's a run, man. Like
If you need
that's
her.
Pretty good.
19 in a row.
It's like Bruce Mowat, like.
She's the real damn deal.
Boom.
Man.
Look out.
We should probably have her on the show sometime.
Corey
so she can
TC.
start doing some good things now.
Kicking ass, taking
Yeah.
names.
Yeah,
All out of bubble gum.
good for her. Also, next story, there is a new CEO search for USA Curling. So if you would like to apply, figure
Contact
it
the
out.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Come on the show.
Yeah.
Get the bump.
Come on the show,
Curling
get the
Nation
bump,
bump.
and you'll get, come on the show, get the bump.
And then
Have
apply.
you guys read? Have you read the job description?
No.
Is it out there?
Yes, it's out. It's out there. Yeah,
I didn't read it. Did you read it?
I haven't read it. Are you
I
guys going
browse-
to apply?
I browsed it. I am not qualified whatsoever, so I won't apply.
If you're not qualified, then I'm not qualified. So I don't know.
Even
We-
if I was qualified, I wouldn't want to apply for it because people like to complain too much about the USCA.
Will you
so I
write me a
won't.
recommendation letter, Craig, if I apply?
Sure.
Yes.
I
Okay,
wrote
then I'm-
Ty.
Yeah. I'm familiar with-
recommendation
I'm
letter
familiar
to
with
get
that
into
letter.
the high
Yeah.
performance program.
Yep. Yep. All
Didn't
right.
work though.
Nope. That's okay.
That's fine.
At least I have a letter of recommendation. Boom.
The last event we got is Gushu won the Briar again
Again,
against Dunstone. So
I
So
good for him.
I don't want to talk bad about Shannon Burchard, who has won five Scotties in a row and
Wait,
was on the show and
Is
got
it
the bump.
six now?
no, it's 5 in a row.
It's
Five.
five-
Last
five
one
in
was
a row.
5. 5 in a row for Shannon.
But Brad has won 5 of the last 6 that he has competed in.
Yeah. And he
Uh,
didn't compete in
and I
one.
think- and
So he won 5 of the
he-
last 7.
he
Is
missed-
that right?
he's won 5 of the last 7.
Yeah,
but
but he
one of them
didn't.
he didn't
He
get
wasn't
to play
there.
in because
Yeah.
he was the Olympic team.
Oh yeah, that's
Mhm.
right. Okay,
Mhm.
got it.
At least that's my
I think you're
understanding
right.
of the situation.
Yes, I agree. But it's pretty good.
So
It's
that's
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
Dynasty Lake.
Yeah.
With a new teammate, nonetheless.
With a new teammate, but with during the final, they were talking about his hip, and his ability. Like he didn't throw practice stones.
Gushu didn't.
Gushu didn't.
Yeah, the Goose
So-
had a bad hip for a
Yeah,
while.
the Goose had a bad
Yeah.
hip, so
I was pulling. Full disclosure, I was pulling for Dunstone. I wanted to see.
I was
wanted
too.
to see Matt win.
I want to see Matt win. Yeah, they played really well all
I
week.
might be the only one that's come on the show and not gotten the Curling Nation bump. He-
Well, technically, they were in one of the live streams, not the podcast.
That's a good point.
itself.
That's true. That was a
So-
watch. That was a watch party, not on the show.
That was a watch
All right.
party, not the podcast. So
He's still improved every year since coming on for the watch party. So
Correct.
Curling Nation bump.
it
Boom.
still holds up.
Yeah, holds up.
He is the at least he was the number 1 ranked CTRS team
There you go.
on the season. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could still probably say it's a bump
Yeah, for sure.
if you wanted to.
I thought overall the play was decent.
Decent.
Well,
There was,
the
like-
playoffs were bananas.
Yeah,
Like those,
Like the
some
two-
of the best,
Outstanding.
some of the best games I've ever
The two
seen.
times that Dunstone and Canada played, it was like,
Yeah.
what's the over under on how many triples are going to be made?
Yeah.
Like 47. Like it's just
Yeah, I thought some of the round robin games were. There was
they
some,
were
some
lopsided
missed
and-
execution and
Yeah.
similar to our nationals where teams had opportunities to really step on somebody's throat or put a team away and they missed them. But I think I don't know, maybe I just put too much maybe expect too much out of some of those curlers. It's like, oh, you don't expect them to miss, and they miss. But I don't know.
There was a hog rock in the final. Like,
There was?
was that,
Oh, that didn't get over the hog line?
Yeah.
Not a hog line violation.
not a hog line violation, but there
Okay.
was
Yeah, that happens. Whatever. I don't know.
no.
It was
not in the Briar final.
not very often.
But
Who did
Overall,
that?
I thought it was pretty good.
was that the final or was that the 1-2-2 game?
I don't remember. I don't remember. But yeah,
It was Canada Stone.
I mean,
that was,
big ups to TSN for making that available to the U.S. market on their website.
That was super helpful to us.
That was pretty great.
to have that not geo-blocked in the U.S.
Did any of you happen to continue watching after the end of games, like the 1-2 game? I think they did it. I know it was the 1-2 game for sure. There were a few games where they didn't cut the feed right away, and they're like, you could hear people talking, and then they're working on camera angle. just like random video feed, and just like all of a sudden there's just some guys, just like some probably producer just sitting there, just like, all right. It's pretty funny.
I was watching a game during the middle of the week, and they forgot to cut the mics between ends.
Yeah.
And it was Carruthers' team.
Okay.
And it was Dale Samagalski. I heard him, and he dropped. Like, he wasn't even like mad. Like, the game was going fine.
Yeah.
But just like in heated conversation about the game or about that end, he dropped about 4 swear words in 6 seconds that came over my feed. But you know, it's like when they move the camera up to the corner of the arena. And
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's just like the dead feed. Yeah. That was pretty funny.
It's the dead feed, and he just started laying down the curse words.
Big thanks. I don't know if you guys are on Twitter much. Big thanks to Chris Shilley. He had the fuck ticker for the Brian. Like he was keeping track of how many guys dropped the F-bomb during the televised game. it was I always enjoy it. So it's pretty fun.
Who won?
Who won the Briar? Oh,
No,
who won the
ticker?
I believe it was Ryan Fry. I believe Ryan Fry was
maybe that's why
was
he
the winner.
is thinking about retiring.
Could be.
I give that half a season.
Yeah, we'll see.
So
But yeah, it was good. The Briar was good. Thanks TSN. So
yep.
we should probably talk to John. Should we talk to John?
Yep. I think we're about done with the news. So let's get to John.
All right, we got a great guest today. He's won a bunch of stuff. Most notably a gold medal. I think he's got a bazillion national championships, or at least like 4 or 5 in a row. I've lost count. What else? He got to curl with me in House of Hearts one time, or I got to curl with him.
Ooh, that's good.
And I think we lost to Craig in the final, which is even worse.
He's from Mapleton.
He's from Mapleton, which is your hometown, or one of your hometowns, or
My
something.
parents' hometown.
Your grandma still lives there.
Yep.
He's a big fan of the show, so we invited him on. Welcome to the show today, John Landsteiner. John, you're a super fan. I think you won the poll, so you get to be on the show outside of all your other accomplishments. Congratulations.
How many people were on the poll?
I don't know. 3 of us.
Yeah, 3 of us.
Me and Craig and Joel. So.
What's that, Craig?
Like, I said that he won unanimously.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it was a landslide.
100%.
It was a landslide. Oh, who's this?
Who's this?
We have another.
Who's coming in?
We have a surprise guest.
We have a
apparently.
special guest coming in.
Look at that! A surprise.
good morning.
Whoa!
Yeah, real surprise. I don't know this guy.
Us either. He
Les-
moved away.
Welcome to the show. Formerly from season 1 and 2 of the Curling Nation podcast, Ty Veenan. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here, and you're welcome. How are you all doing?
We're doing great. We
We're
just
good.
started our interview with John Landsteiner, and you so rudely interrupted. But you might as well stay on since you're here.
Hi, John.
Hi, Tyler.
You look too fucking comfortable there.
Yeah, I picked a good spot.
Yeah.
He said he was going to go out into his office or his man cave, but it was too cold. What do you call it? Your office? Did I hear?
Depends who was asking.
Got it.
If you're
I'm
the
asking.
IRS, it's my office.
Yeah.
Correct. And this is my studio, which I use for broadcasting purposes only.
100%.
That's it.
Exactly.
Correct. So, Ty, we were just getting going with John.
We congratulated him on his most recent national championship. How many is that in a row now, John, that you guys have won? I've lost track.
15, 17. That's 4 in a row. Because we technically lost in 2016,
Oh, that's right.
but still went to Worlds.
Still went to Worlds.
Fair. Okay.
And then he didn't play the COVID year, but that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
Yeah, we skipped 18, 20, and 21.
got it. I suppose you didn't go. You guys didn't
That's
go
right,
after the Olympics,
Yeah,
right?
you did skip 18.
Yeah.
Yes.
And was that a choice done pre-Olympics? Or is that like, we won, screw it, I don't want to do anything for the next like several months?
It was a spur of the moment decision after like Terry Klessar was the PR or whatever media person at the time for USA Curling, and she was getting enough interest in our team that we decided that it was probably more lucrative to go on a media tour instead of going and throwing more rocks. And I was wrong. We played in 2020. That was in Spokane or whatever, Cheney, and 2021 was canceled, and then 22
22
was
Wausau.
yeah, we had already qualified for the trials, so we didn't play in that one.
There you go. All right. Well, just shoot my introduction all to hell. I don't really care. I didn't do any research. I blame
What
myself.
else you got? Come on.
Yeah.
What
I
else you got? Keep going.
I don't know. What else?
So I would like to say something about how excited we are to have another member of the gold medal winning team that's not Schuster.
We got the John we
And-
want. It's fine.
We've got everybody from the current team Schuster except Schuster. And we're going to get Tyler George before we get John, too. Like, we might get so many other people before Schuster that he refuses to come on the show. But currently, we're not even bothering to ask him.
He'll have to get his former teammates, like get Smitty and Ike or anybody.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It's a good plan.
Maybe we get Pete Fenson on before we get before we get John Schuster on. That would be great.
That'll be interesting. It'll be we'll have to take a poll amongst our listener.
We've had
see-
Joe on.
Yeah, we have had Polo
See if they
on.
want
Yeah.
Pete first or John first.
Yeah.
Ty, so you were best man at John's wedding. Tell us how that went.
That was a great day. I had a lot of fun. That was a great weekend.
Yeah.
And you can't have a better weekend in Bemidji than blacked out curling. So it had half of that. We got all blacked out, that's for sure. But it was an awesome wedding. We had it at the curling club. Yeah, I'll say we because I was very involved. So I'll say it was a we thing the whole weekend.
The weekend was really about you.
Yeah. I wrote my best man speech in line to get 2 more PBRs before we had to start doing speeches. It worked out.
Or so you're told.
Yep. I do remember that Matt Collum yelled at the DJ because he wouldn't play Hey Brother by Avicii. And then
I don't know
Dylan
that.
broke his
I
front
don't know
tooth
that song.
because Joey Deeds rammed a bottle of bourbon into it. Those are
Wow.
about my highlights.
That
I
sounds.
wasn't there for any of that.
No, John actually took care of himself. He didn't turn into how I definitely will be on my wedding day.
Like you had already left, John, when all this went down, or you were just like behaving and like talking to your relatives
I
or
was,
something.
yeah, I was just too busy talking to people.
Got it. Let's see.
Probably the most I had to ever talk before the 2018 Olympics. Definitely.
Wow. Holy moly.
yeah.
We'll wait until Craig comes. I don't know. Craig got lost or something.
He went to go grab some headphones because he was a little quiet.
Okay.
But
Go.
I have yet to have our like full on reception. So
Yeah. There you go.
I'm sure I'll be the same thing. Like when I ran the Fowler for that many years to get to the end of the night, it's like, oh crap, I forgot to eat today because
Yeah.
I was busy talking with everybody.
Yes. I did do that. Yeah.
Yeah, we were at Nationals this year, and the last time I saw John, we were at this bar after they won, and Kelsey was falling asleep in a booth.
Mm-hmm.
She was drinking heavily, and we're at the bar, and Sierra asked John, she's like, John, you want a shot too? And he went, yeah, sure. And then Sierra got shots, and then John was, she turned and give John his. He's like, I don't want that. We just beat a stinker that
night.
Pretty sure I told her not to buy shots.
We say things when we're drinking.
Yeah, right.
Got it. I'm waiting. I have a story. Craig has to log in here. Joel, I think you can probably hear me. Joel and Craig, you guys crashed John's bachelor party, didn't you?
We did.
That was a fun story.
That was yeah.
There's a great Western picture of how, if we have the picture, we'll have to put it up on the video version of the podcast.
Yeah, I'll get the picture on the FaceTube somewhere and I'll put it up here. But yeah, John really wanted this Western thing where you go in and get dressed up and
they take the sepia picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was it's a great picture.
Craig wore a dress.
I think, yeah. This will be the second. It'll be the second time on the show that Craig's been in a dress. He wore his Christmas dress for the holiday episode.
Got a holiday dress,
and then
this one.
yeah, and now it'll be the Western dress. It'll be great.
I can't remember who else was in a dress. There was a couple
Wasn't
of guys.
Dylan in a dress?
I had a dress.
Yeah.
I had a dress. Joey, Dylan, Grant. There was like the old timey theme portrait studios or whatever. They usually do like gangster 1920s, and then they do Wild West. And we had so many people that we had to mix them together. So we had a lot of old Wild West, and then we had a bunch of
a couple of gangsters.
Yep. And but Dylan talks about it because like you went in there, I want this, and Craig was the first one in the door. like, yeah, I really want to go get one of these dumb photos. And Craig's like, yep. All right, well,
actually, at first I kind of tried to talk him out of it. And then he came up with this like heartfelt story about how his grandparents had the whole family do a picture like this on vacation when he was a kid or something like that. And this picture sat on the top of their like TV his entire childhood. And it was like a fun memory. Is that right, John?
You have a really good memory. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
He was driving. Yeah, he was driving.
I was driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was the only one who was even sort of close to sober that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a keg in our room.
But as soon as John told that story about his grandparents having one of these things, I'm like, let's go.
There's no way we're not going now. Yeah.
So John,
no way we're not going.
Is this framed on top of your TV now? Like it better be.
It's not. No, I actually don't know where it is. I haven't hung everything yet because we moved like a year ago. So
it's in his office.
Framed though.
Just lie to us and tell us it's in your office. That'll make everybody feel better.
Okay, it's framed in my office.
Perfect. Yeah, spectacular. Great. Super. We'll edit out that part. where you don't know where it is. So let's see. What
Let's
else?
go back to the curling.
Yeah, let's talk
Yeah.
about
Let's
curling.
go back to the bachelor party. I had very, very rarely in my entire life been more impressed with a group of young men and their drinking as I was that particular evening. You guys were solid, except Joel was not as solid because he tried to keep up with you guys.
He tried to catch up too.
He tried
Yeah.
to catch up and keep up, and
Mhm.
it failed him at about exit. What would that have been? Probably about
135.
4
Exit
miles,
70.
like 4
Yeah.
miles south. Something
Yeah,
like that.
maybe a little higher. Exit 80,
Second
and
exit.
then maybe again like 2 more exits later.
Mhm.
But we made it. We survived.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Joel. Didn't mean to bring up that part.
No, that's
but
fine.
I did.
We brought up. We asked if there's anything we can bring up, and Ty texted 5-hour energy, like handfuls of them. So we did. We stopped at the gas station, bought 5 hours, bought the little bottles of 5-hour energy, and then walked to the room and just started throwing them at everybody we could see.
There you go.
Yeah, because I can't remember how the conversation started, but I said we're doing John's bachelor party in the Dells, and I can't remember if it was Craig or Joel. It was just like,
We were sitting
going.
out after softball.
yeah.
There you go.
And you're just like, we're going. I'm like,
We're going.
you guys gonna come up or whatever? And like, yeah, sure, we're going. We're gonna show up. I'm like, all right. And then the day, I think it was Saturday night or Saturday, all day, I was just like, John, you got 2 people who are coming, and you have no idea who it's gonna be. And then when they walked in the door of the villa or whatever, they just walked in, and you're like, yeah, no, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah,
Random, unexpected, uninvited guests.
Yeah, I think that's right after Dylan got concussed from jumping from the second floor onto a bed on the first floor.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
The story checks out.
This is gonna all leak into on the internet, and now it's gonna be.
John, I got so many stories I'm not going to tell just because I care about you.
Yeah, you didn't know we were just going to have you on to tell stories about
Yeah.
you, did you? I mean, you do now. Cat's out of the
Yeah,
bag.
just soak it in.
Yeah. Let's talk about curling a little, I guess. What's there to talk about?
Well,
Oh,
he's
I
going
have a
to
question
World.
from my family.
Great.
Oh,
A curling related question. Martin Brown, he's 11 now. He wanted to, I always ask my family if they have a question for our guest. And he said he wants you to answer whether or not you're a better sweeper or Matt is a better sweeper.
Wow.
mhm.
Okay. I would say Matt's probably a little stronger because he's got more size on me, but I think I'm smarter.
Oh, well, that's obvious, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's easy. That's an easy yes.
Got
I
it.
think I hold my own. Yeah.
I think you do quite well. I tried to get him to come on the show, make a guest appearance also, and ask that question himself, but he
Declined.
all of a sudden got a little shy. I think he thinks that more people watch this show than actually do.
Oh.
That's fair.
Well,
Yeah,
Craig,
but-
next time you can just pre-record the whole thing on your phone, and I'll do the thing in post. And
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay, sorry. Go back to
Mhm.
whatever your curling topics were there, Mike.
yeah,
I don't-
well, we don't really have any topics, but you won nationals, going to Worlds in Ottawa. First week in
Ooh.
April.
Yeah, we leave Wednesday the 29th, and so I think we have some practice ice lined up at a curling club. And yeah, we're just looking at the schedule for that event because we have Colin, who's our 5th player and has been for a couple of years now, and that's been really nice to have him filling in. And so we can rotate as a 5-person team and not have a problem. So if you've ever watched Worlds or paid attention to the schedule that you have at those events, it's a grind. So it's gonna be nice to fit him in once in a while and have a break because we have like 4 back-to-backs, and
Whoa.
that includes
Mm.
night, morning, and then also during the day. So
Got it.
It's brutal.
Oh,
That's tough.
yeah. That'd
Have
be nice.
you curled at a nationals in Canada before?
A nationals in Canada.
Or, I'm
Nope.
sorry, a worlds. I'm sorry, I misspoke. I'm a big dumb animal, John. You watch the
Yeah,
show. You know what you're getting into. Sorry.
Our first worlds was in Halifax.
Okay.
And that was sweet. And then we played in Lethbridge in 2019. So yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty fun. You get the crowds, and it's pretty awesome.
I was just gonna say that the crowds are a little bit bigger in Canada than if you're at a place in Europe or. I mean, did you curl in the Worlds in Vegas? No, that was Corey, wasn't it?
No, I've only played Continental Cup there.
Okay.
Okay.
Because that's a pretty good crowd too, but just a little
The
small.
first time or two they had it in Vegas, it was like awesome. And then the last time we were there, people were kind of less interested.
Got it.
The crowds in Canada, they're typically fairly respectful of the game, right? They're obviously cheering for, most of them there, I assume, are cheering for Canada, but for the most part, they're pretty respectful of the game itself, right?
Yeah, I would say so. And we end up seeing some of the Canadian fans, like, we end up going to the patch maybe for a beer or water. I guess we'll go with that.
You can have beer. It's fine. You're over 21, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they always come up and like say hi and are super nice, and they like to drop the line that, hey, we're cheering for you guys, but when you play Canada, I hope you get second. So we have to deal with that comment, but for the most part, yeah, they're super good.
Nice.
And then after that, are there more slams after that? Is there one more after that?
Unfortunately, yeah. We qualified.
Just send
for
Colin.
Champions Cup. Yeah, well,
I think like three
Yeah,
of
we
them
got-
don't want to go. Like Plies and Matt and John probably all don't want to go. You can't just send Colin for all
Yeah.
three of them.
I'll go.
either
Yeah.
you're guessing or you actually have inside knowledge, because we got to figure
That
out.
was a
lineup.
complete guess, but I'm in.
Yeah. Well, the way the weather is up here, I won't be golfing until July. So
I can go
That's
golfing
probably-
right now.
You shut
now.
up.
yeah, shut up.
Shut up. Mom.
It was 65 here today. Grass is green, baby.
You guys have
Dark
grass
out,
down there?
though. You can't go right now.
You could. It'd just be night putting. If
Yeah,
they went
we
now.
got glow balls.
So are you coming home at all after Worlds, or is it going right to the next slam?
I have no idea.
Good answer.
Fair enough.
All right.
I don't have any plane tickets anywhere, so yeah, probably coming home.
There you go. Briar just wrapped up, and Colin Hodgson hung up the shoes, so to speak, at least temporarily. You're probably younger than. No, you're probably older than Colin. Same age ish.
Same
I don't
age,
know.
I think.
I actually have no idea.
Okay.
How
I think
old
he's
are you?
like. I think he's
32.
He's
I think Colin's 32.
Colin 32.
Yeah. So, have you? I mean, he said he's been battling some injuries. Are you at the point where you want to hang it up? I mean, not saying that you have to right now. I mean, I'm assuming you're in for the next.
Do you want to
quad.
announce anything on
Yeah.
the
Do you want to
show
announce anything on the show
right now?
So first of all, Colin is about 15 days younger than me,
There you go.
according to Wikipedia.
Got it.
And I tried to hang it up once, and I ended up curling like 4 months later. So no
Sucked
guarantees.
back in.
No guarantees. Yeah, like after Craig and I went to Sochi, I tried to hang it up for a little bit and focus on my career, but I started watching like line scores and stuff, and then I came back as soon as they invited me to the first slams. But to answer your question, I have no plans right now. We joke about this a lot, but like as long as we're having fun and still succeeding, like I think our whole team is interested. I don't see everybody going another quad after this one,
Mhm.
and I don't know what I'm going to be doing either. But my biggest thing is I don't really want to relearn a team. Like I have 10 to 12 years invested into Matt Hamilton and John Schuster, and another 8 or 9 with Chris Plies. Like it would be hard for me to go and like relearn personalities and deal with all that crap. So
Sure.
once they're done,
Okay.
I'm probably done.
Yeah.
But the thing we joke about is, excuse me, we can't quit because the health insurance is too good. I gotta wait till baby number 2 comes.
Got it.
Got it. Is
You got
that
3 years,
why-
dude.
Yeah.
Is that why Matt doesn't balk every time I tell him he should hurry up and have a baby? He's like, I know, man. Like, I hear you.
I'm not gonna speak for Matt and his baby plans.
Got it. Well, maybe you should.
Mm,
Just go ahead and say something, even if you make it up. It doesn't matter. All
no, I'm gonna pass on that one.
right, I'll start.
He's been
making-
trying to purchase babies for years, and they just won't sell them.
I have a 12-year-old and a 9-year-old. If anybody's interested, that I'm willing to part with real cheap right now. You can skip the diapers and everything.
You just got to pay for the hockey bills.
Yeah, just pay for the hockey. That's fine. Yeah, no problem. If you're interested, email the show if you're interested.
My kids aren't for sale today, but by the time you send an email in, they might be on the market again. So.
I think you can send all human trafficking emails to you guys personally and not the show.
No, it's
Goes-
got to go to the show. It's got to be
Gotta go to the show.
We need an intermediary so that we can launder the.
This is not going to be a tax write-off, okay, guys?
I mean, I think so. You're still in good health. You don't have any health issues dragging you down, John, to get away from child trafficking topic.
No, just old age, and I mean the occasional like elbow issue, or I get like tennis elbow, but outside of that, all
Got it.
good.
Got it.
How is the baby doing? You got what, about an 8-month-old now?
He's 6.5 months.
Okay.
I am working from home, have been since March 12th of 2020, COVID, and so
Me
still
too.
working from home. And I had the bright idea that I thought I could take care of him and work, which I am doing. But I didn't know that it was a 1.5 wait list to get a daycare. So,
You
That
didn't
is-
ask any actual fathers that question before you made that decision, did you?
apparently not.
No,
No, or
no,
mother.
not a single damn one.
No.
Yeah. So it's working out though. Today he got kind of crabby, but most days it's pretty good. We got a routine down now, so yeah, it's all good. Until he
Great.
starts like crawling.
Yeah. Once he moves, then you're in trouble. Yeah. Good luck. Godspeed.
That's what I've been told.
Oh
Get a
man.
shovel in that kid's hand. Make him useful at least for 6 months a year, huh?
Yeah, right. Probably 8 months here.
There you go. Let's see what else. We are talking about curling because this is a curling show.
Yeah, this is a curling podcast, actually.
Briar Nationals, Scotties. They did not. They took the tick out. That was one of your bread and butter shots. How do you feel about legislating the tick out of the game right now?
You know what? It kind of bothered me before it was implemented, like the idea of it. But after you start playing, like, if I end up ticking a rock that I'm not supposed to tick, I'm going to be pissed anyway. So let's just not do that. And because now if I do that and push it off the center line, my rock's out, right? My shooter. So you just got to be better at getting around that guard and being perfect.
Right.
And as far as like late in the game when they do hit the center line and you can't tick it, well, honestly, I feel a lot more pressure now, like trying to put it in the perfect spot in the top of the house, and 2 times, like, you know, there's still pressure,
Right.
and you can still play the tick if it's just barely off the center line. So I get a little bit more mix of shots, if anything.
Do you?
So I like it.
Yeah. Do you think that the center, like the entire center line, is too big of a target? Like I was talking to, I think it was Mike Harris when we played some golf last summer, and he suggested that there should be like 3 small zones almost, like kind of almost where they have the dots for the mixed doubles, where you'd place a placed rock, and like you'd put a little like blue rectangle there, and if it's touching the blue rectangle, then you can't tick it. But if it's just on the center line and not in one of the rectangles, then you can go back to ticking off the center line, and it just makes it a little bit more precise. I don't know.
That's fine, but I think different skips might like different depths of their guards, you know, depending on the situation, or
Right.
like not everybody wants it exactly 3 feet out of the house, or
Sure.
you know what I mean?
Sure.
And it depends on the ice for sure.
I guess.
But
it's just
assuming it's curling 4 to 5 feet,
Mhm.
the guards are pretty much going to be.
Yeah. I don't know.
same
It was
spot,
just
but-
it was just what what he was suggesting, and I kind of liked the idea. I was just curious if you think like the entire, you know, length of the center line is too big of a target, so to speak, or if it's seems to be working right now. It sounds like you're okay with it right now.
I think it's working. I mean, like you still have to be good enough to hit the center line. I mean, it's
Right.
not that hard for most people at our level, but I mean, people miss, and it makes it more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much more interesting was the Briar and the Scotties with the no tick rule? Like, you might not have even noticed it, but you get to those
Agreed.
later ends, and it's a lot more action going on.
Yeah, there were a lot more rocks in play. It was a lot less the same, you know, take it off the center line. Okay, here we go, and it was the same end over and over. A lot fewer blank
Yeah.
ends, I think. So
Until
yeah,
freaking Brett Gallant makes a run back
until it makes a run back
5.
quad or whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean that's fine, but
Yeah.
yeah. I was just curious how you felt about it, because your lead and that, I mean, for a long time was kind of your bread and butter, like make the tick and win a game, basically, right? Especially if you get later in the game and you're up. It kind of negates your
Yeah,
That's
skill
how you
set.
beat Cooey at the Olympics. Like you made those. You guys played a really great game, and the last end, like you made, I think 2 tick, both those ticks.
Probably. He makes them all. It was automatic.
you tell me. I don't know.
Yeah.
They call him Mr. Automatic for a reason.
No, I think you made both those ticks
We're gonna
against
say
Cooey in
we're
the
gonna
last
say you
end.
made both of them.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if you didn't.
Yeah.
We're
Fair
both-
enough.
Nobody's gonna fact check it. It'll be fine.
So how do you think John's game is called differently? Not playing the tick, or having you not play the tick, because we saw it in the Briar where there's certainly more rocks in play, and we know that John likes rocks in play. I think, right, for the most part.
I think so.
Yes.
So how's your team's game like changed with that? Trying to adapt to that rule.
Basically, I think what it really does is puts a lot more pressure on Matt's first shot. And because if he misses his first one, then we could be in trouble. So I mean, my 2 are important, but that first one is like the dagger or not. You know what I mean? I mean, who's got hammer? What are we talking about here? But either way, like that second's first shot is so much more important. It feels like after playing the no tick rule for a while, and I don't know. I had this weird like revelation this year after not playing. So our baby was born end of August. I didn't play from August to November or something like that, and I was getting the itch really bad to get back out there. And I don't know. When I did come back, like my first event back was Penticton, and we ended up winning that. And for the first time in my life, I like understood how important lead rocks actually were. It only took me 25 years or whatever, but I don't know. It hit me, and it hit me real hard. And
After 4 national championships and a
Well,
gold medal at
yeah.
the Olympics, you finally realized that the lead was actually part of the team.
it sounds insane, but like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
That's quite a realization.
Yeah. Usually I'm just out there like doing my thing. I don't like think about what I'm doing. Like now, even at nationals or this year, I've found myself actually walking to the other end more often and chiming in if they're down there chit chatting about an obvious shot to me. So it's not often, but it happens more frequently now. But
Well, that's
I
good, 'cause
also
we have already determined that you're the smart one, so that's probably a good idea.
But you should. So when we were in Blaine, Schuster had to leave for somebody got sick or something back home from his family.
Mhm.
So it was me, Colin, and Chris going three-handed in Blaine, and we were the fastest, quietest curling team ever. Chris just put the broom down. You wouldn't even talk to me. Put the broom down, go to the other end, throw it, make it, and good shot. All right, next.
You guys would be a good deaf team if you really needed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
All right, no, just nobody say anything the whole weekend. It'll be fine.
Also, probably freaked out other teams. Like they're expecting to play you guys, or like they're so quiet. I don't know what to do. Like
Yeah.
I can hear myself think. I don't know what to do.
I
This is
mean,
crazy.
we weren't that quiet. It just you know how John's known for, like, basically you don't need an announcer on those games because he tells you exactly what he's going to do.
Yep.
But when Chris was skipping and I was holding broom, it was just like he just made his little tap and roll and blah, whatever. It was just like it was bizarre. It was super fun, but
That was great.
especially because we won. But
How long had it been since you had been in the house? I guess. Well, you said you. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
like competitively.
Yeah, it's probably back when you had to drag Vietnan to like a juniors or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Even
probably
then, I was never in the
2011.
house. I wasn't even in the house though.
No.
Oh yeah, we weren't. We let Bobby in the house because he was bad at sweeping at the time. So we,
At the time,
yeah. Me, John, and Matt played for what 6 years, 6 years or so at that point.
2007-ish to
Yeah. 11.
Yeah.
And so we kind of had a rhythm with each other sweeping. So we're just like, just put the new guy over there.
yeah.
Just
Be fine.
just put him in the house and tell him where to hold the broom. Nice.
Yeah. That was back when Bob still had his hair helmet. He had a nice
Yeah.
Bieber cut going on.
Wow. Great. I love a good beaver cut.
Yeah. So the only competitive-ish curling in the house experience I have is as a last chance champion in 2012.
Whoa.
With
Whoa. Whoa. Don't.
It's me, Schuster, Specs, and Bestie. Yeah, I
Wow.
know.
That's a team right there. Look out. Holy cow.
so have you been back since 2012?
We went back in 2013 and won the D event, which is, to me, the second hardest event to win. And then last year we took our Olympic team and got a win and got COVID.
Oh, congrats!
But it was super fun. Like, Craig, you played there on a Sunday. Like, usually there's some people on Sunday in the stands or whatever, but for this particular final, I mean, it was the one half of the arena was like full. It was pretty neat.
Wow.
For the D
Craig, I
final.
believe that you still claim that you are the last chance champion still?
I am still the defending champ, but John is also the defending champ because he has not been there since the last time he won, just like me. Except mine was 14 years ago, almost. There have been several other champions that have shared that title with me as defending champ, but I'm keeping that claim as my own until I go back and don't win. But I don't know, my record's pretty solid in Hibbing, so I'll probably win again if I go.
So I was just gonna say, if you go back and you win, will you then be 2-time defending champion?
Yes, I
Wow.
think so.
Wow. Got it. Okay. There's a lot to unpack there.
I think, based on my logic, I think that's the only way to possibly explain it. I mean, nobody else really agrees with my logic, but I don't care at this point. I've been running with it for over a decade, so that's good enough.
That's fine. That's fine.
And you're allowed to stay in all the hotels in Hibbing?
I think I am.
Yeah.
I am also the reason, or I am part of the reason why somebody else is not able to stay in all of the hotels. Yeah. I think we could probably leave that at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a serial incident, let's just say.
Yeah. It was a serial issue.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, you can stay at all the hotels, can't you, John?
I guess. I don't know. I'm
Pretty
not
sure
aware of it. The only one I might not be allowed back to is in Chicago, where we had college nationals.
And in Kettle Moraine. And
Nothing happened there.
oh, that was the one where the floor was just wet because Bobby kept cracking beers all over the place. We also did that in St. Paul at that one hotel. We're just doing champagne with grain belts, and then the office chair was out in the courtyard in a tree.
Okay, that was a female that we maybe don't need a name. That was her fault.
And our new best friend, Pac-Man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
an interesting story that I would like to circle back to after we're off air.
Yeah.
We don't need to
Sounds like,
cause anybody any.
That's got to be
Arguments.
statute of limitations on that. Anybody that's worked at that hotel has long since quit, I would imagine.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
John, what do you think about what did you think about that Briar final? Who were you pulling for, and or were you just a interested spectator, or were you not paying attention at all because you were busy changing diapers?
I definitely watched. I watched a lot of the Briar, kind of. I mean, basically, one reason I'm a big fan of the show is because I need content to listen to and watch to while I'm working. So you guys keep me entertained. That's why I'm like one of the first people to watch every week.
Excellent. And we
but,
appreciate it.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I watched the final, and I gotta admit, I was kind of pulling for Dunstone because he seems to wear his emotions pretty loudly, or I guess I don't know the term behind that, but I think it would have been super special to watch him win it. But man, like, how do you stop Gushu in those situations? So, I think Matt's time is coming, but I guess just not this year.
Yeah, like Gushu called that thin redirect triple in late in the game, and it's like, how do he calls that, like, that's a super hard shot. He calls it and makes it no problem. Like, how do you? It's hard to play against that, right?
Yeah, and I think one shot that I thought was a dagger was like Dunstone was sitting 3 and they made that double, and then it spun off and like sat dead frozen.
Oh yeah, Mark Kennedy made that 8 foot or 12 foot, 8 foot, like, and then just spinning back and frozen back 8 foot on one of Dunstone's rocks, where Dunstone, they were at one point they were sitting 4 spread out across the house.
Yeah,
and then in like 3 rocks, Canada was sitting 2.
Yeah, it was both the 1-2 game and the final, I thought were pretty impressive games. Like, there weren't a lot of missed shots by either team in either game. There were some good games. Hard to go tell, new curlers to go and watch, and like, this is how you call a curling game, because just the precision was unbelievable.
That's not how anybody calls a curling game.
It's a great game to go watch and just watch shot after shot after shot getting made. So
yes, I was really pulling for a Dunstone McEwen final. I knew it was going to be a long shot, but
got it.
I was hoping.
Yeah, I was with John.
Did you guys see Ryan Fry's tweet today?
Yeah,
I did.
Ryan Fry decided to hang it up,
retired
temporarily again, or whatever,
until he gets called again.
Until somebody needs somebody to curl with. He's probably a little younger than you and I.
He's
I don't know.
probably 40,
Probably 40.
maybe a little
ish.
older.
Just 41.
He's probably around our age.
Late,
maybe a little-
yeah, that's what I was
younger.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little younger than us. So, not a spring chicken by any by any stretch of the imagination. So, it'll be interesting to see how some of those teams shake up, because I think some people are predicting there'll be some shakeups. But he was curling with McEwen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll be
Who's your favorite lead to play against?
oh, great question.
Probably Sundgren. I don't know. I'm never at the top of the stats boards. That drives me nuts. I think those people are biased, but anyway.
Yeah, just celebrate more or something, John. Just you
I
know.
know, right? I gotta act like I made a shot instead
Yeah.
of just walking away. No, Christopher is one of the best in the world, and I also think Jeff Walker is right up there for leads. And so anytime you get to play another one of the best, you keep track, I guess, and have more of a challenge.
Is Sweden?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Correct.
But Jeff seems boring too.
Must be a lead thing.
Yeah.
Jeff's been to a few house hearts. He knows how to party a little bit. Maybe he's
Yeah, I
mellowed.
can see him
Maybe
get a
he's
little
mellowed
half-eyed open.
mellowed
He used
out
to,
in
anyway.
in his later years. I don't know.
I've got
Maybe.
a picture or two with Jeff, I think.
I don't know. I just remember talking to him on an occasion in the house hearts.
Yeah, I shared a
He's
room
got
with
2
Richie
kids
one year.
now.
What's that? You
Shared
said,
a
he's
room
got
with
2
Richie
kids
one
now.
year, and
Yeah.
that sounded terrible.
got it. Doing anything with Richie is kind of terrible, but that's, it is what it is.
Yeah,
That's neither here nor there.
he buys drinks, whether he knows it or not. Like he buys drinks.
Yeah. Yeah. All
Speaking
right.
of which, how many of you are coming up this weekend?
Ooh.
Can I say this weekend?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
You can say this weekend.
Yep.
Yeah, you can say this weekend. It's fine.
I'm going to edit tomorrow and
Gotta
put
leave
it
early,
out
right?
before. So
What?
You gotta leave early because we're supposed to get like a foot of snow.
We're leaving at 8:30 in the morning.
On what day?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, you might want to come up a day before that, but just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish we could, but
I've come up. Actually, I've done that.
got it.
Craig, did you and I do that one year? We came up
Yeah.
on a Wednesday,
Yeah,
and
that was a bad choice.
that was a bad idea. So for those not in the know, we are talking about House of Hearts,
Charity Bonspiel.
Charity Bonspiel in Duluth. It's a really good time. You should come. It's for a good cause, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So there is a banquet that starts on Thursday night.
Yes.
Um,
At some point.
this year it starts at
Times will vary.
times will vary, but like happy hour starts typically around 5 p.m. plus or minus, depending on the schedule on how it goes. So our crew from Madison leaves Thursday morning. We turn a 5-hour drive into like
8 or 9 hours.
8 or 9
That's
hours.
fine.
We have fun.
Sometimes there's lunch in there.
Sometimes
Sometimes.
usually there's lunch.
Yeah, whatever.
We have fun on the drive up. This year there's apparently rain and
Mixed
snow.
precipitation and snow predicted, so we may have to just make haste and get to Duluth.
Yes.
At least those buses are top heavy, so at least you can roll quickly.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. The van it'll just roll quickly. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Anyway, all right. We should probably
Mm-hmm.
ask John the questions. Should we ask John the questions?
Yep.
All right,
Yep. We should ask John the questions.
all right. John, we didn't really get on it. How'd you start curling?
I started curling around the age of 8, and this is the story that I tell, is that I know that I started curling around then because 2nd grade is when we started doing communion, like training in catechism,
Okay,
and I missed a lot of catechism classes on Wednesdays to go curling.
that sounds great.
So I'm pretty sure that's about the time frame I started. And I started playing with my dad and my grandpa in Mapleton. I grew up probably 4 blocks from the curling club my whole life. And then I started playing with a few guys named Brad Caldwell, Paul Ganson, and Aaron Annis. And we went and played our first playdown in Hibbing in 2013. And we actually ended up beating Tyler George, apparently. I didn't know who he was at the time, but we beat him on sheet 1 in Hibbing. And that was the year that was 2003. So I think like Schuster or one of those teams ended up winning like the nationals and stuff. But anyway, and then ended up switching teams, went to a bunch of curling camps in Rice Lake and met Ty and his buddies. And funny story, so that's how I ended up playing with Ty. But funny story is 1 year, remember the 8-ender or 7 or whatever?
7. I would allow you to get 7.
So Ty and Matt, there was like a competition for like most points by a certain team in the camp or whatever, and one of the teams was like Chris Anders and Willie Wilberg, and like I think it might have been Hamilton, and so Ty gave us like 7 or 8 points just so we would beat Willie in the overall score.
Yeah. And we did a really great job at making it look like it was bad. Like we just flipped the livid shit out of it just so it just fall out too much. Throw our brooms against the wall. Like we were selling it.
So I'm way off topic now, but yeah, and then I aged out, living in Duluth, going to college, and started playing with Schuster, and that's I guess that's it.
The rest is history. Boom.
So, are you going to go to hell because you missed so much catechism
No.
classes in second
No.
grade?
No, I'm confirmed.
Okay, I'll just check in.
I don't know. Our baby's not baptized yet, so that's probably higher on my the list right now.
Got it.
All right.
Whatever.
Anything other than you've considered your home club? Where do you like to play?
Yeah, I wrote this down.
Good.
I was telling
Checking.
you guys before we started the podcast that I like to write my thoughts out, or I do better at writing it out because I'm not a quick thinker. But so the easy one is St. Paul is like nostalgic for me, but Karazawa is super fun, and I know Chris said that in his episode, but it's
That's fine.
true. And I also added in Centerville.
Oh,
Truth.
the
Truth.
Centerville Men's. Yeah, that has
Oh, yeah.
a special place in my heart for all the wrong reasons. So
Awesome.
Yeah, the problem is we just fall into too many traps. There's just too many traps to have 32 beers in one day.
That's another post-recording discussion.
yeah,
Yep.
Do you have a favorite Bonspiel?
Yeah, I wrote down the Centerville Men's.
Perfect.
And
Mhm.
me and Kelsey played the Madtown Double Down on the rec side. I thought that spiel is like really well put together. There's a lot of spiels
That's a
where
fun
you
spiel.
don't have that good of a time. Yeah. And then I put down the Last Chance, and then they used to have the Liney spiel in Eau Claire that me and Ty went to a bunch. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was like New Year's weekend.
I think they still have it.
Yeah.
It's not.
So it was the first
yeah.
weekend
Yeah.
after New Year's.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. All right. Setting money or championships aside, what's the weirdest thing that you've ever won?
So I'm not old enough for this question, I don't think. 'Cause I watch every episode and I hear what Craig talks about and like the people he knows and what they won. So the most interesting thing that I probably won was a Liney's paddle, honestly.
Well,
That's pretty
Outside
cool.
of that,
Yeah,
I've
that's
won
pretty
like
cool.
hats. I've won like hats and steaks, and I don't know. Now I'm just in it for the money, I guess. But
The tens of dollars that you win.
yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah, the nice part is that paddle wasn't just like a generic sign. Jacob Leinenkugel, he's like, "Congratulations on winning your event at the."
Yeah, man.
Liney's
I still
paddle.
have that thing.
Oh yeah, I think it's
So
at my
that's
mom's
cool.
house.
It's probably
Cool.
hanging
Yeah,
up.
you won a canoe paddle.
It's probably hanging
Yeah.
up in your office right by the picture from your bachelor party.
Bachelor party.
It's It's actually in a Ryder Cup golf bag as a display
Whoa.
piece.
Whoa, fancy.
Yeah.
In your office, right?
Of course.
Of course.
So did each of you like you each one like your own like pedal to take home?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a pretty great prize.
It was legit when it first started. That was like the first year they had it, or second year.
Nice. I like that.
Good price. Don't feel bad about that
That's a
one.
good
It's
prize.
a good one.
Yeah.
So what's a talent or skill outside of curling that you have that we need to know about?
Check notes.
Yeah. No, seriously. I don't have a lot of talents. That's why I had to think about it. I'm actually kind of like the team accountant for our curling team.
Okay.
My background in work is as a project manager for a while, and I mean I'm an engineer, but yeah, I'm like my wife's the financial advisor of our household, but I do all of the paying the bills, like all the taxes, like all that stuff. So I don't know if I'm a control freak or that's just like a skill that I have. Like
I
keeping
could
track
see
of
the
records.
rest of your team needing that help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
You have no idea.
We have an
I
idea.
think we have a pretty
But-
good idea. But...
I at least have Colin now to help me out. So he's took a lot of the expense paperwork out of it. So
That's good.
and then I kind of like pride myself at being a good homeowner, which is not really a skill, but I don't know. I'm very like tedious on keeping things like
Are you
working. And
sure you're 32 and not
No.
52?
Dude, he's been 52 since he was 17.
I'm full on.
Yeah. What's your
don't
HOA
know,
like? Like there, it must be insane. Like
People would probably say like I'm a good golfer, but I'm just under a 10 handicap. I'm not that good.
Okay, well, that's fine.
I like playing golf though.
I think your answers are spectacular, and I think people will like them.
love it. Yeah.
Thank you.
How many rounds of golf are you going to get in this year? Well, all right. How many rounds of golf did you get in last year when there wasn't epic snowfalls?
Last year, I probably had around. So I'm a member at Ridgeview in Duluth here. I probably got like 80 rounds in,
Holy
but
cow.
like the COVID year,
Whoa.
I probably had well over 100. But then last year, we had a project going on in building a garage, and so I got kind of distracted by that. And now this year, I used to play Tuesdays and Thursdays in league, and I think I'm going to cut Thursdays because I just don't think, as I said earlier, I'm stay-at-home dad and employee, so.
So
I
you
don't
played
see
like
that working.
when you say rounds in 80, you played like 80 rounds of 9, or did you played 80 rounds of 18
18.
holes? Damn,
18.
Gina. Wow.
Yeah, I don't play 9 holes.
That's what it's like
I'm
being
playing
an
none of that.
athlete, Mike.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a lot of golf.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Well,
All right.
we joined right around COVID, and I mean, there's nothing else to do. You could go outside and actually talk to people.
Fair. I did play a
and
lot
we
of
play
golf. I did play a lot of golf during the pandemic too, so I'll give you that. All right. You are a silent assassin out there and vastly underrated. What advice would you give to curlers looking to improve their game?
I think a couple things is like working on the basics of your delivery and your sweeping, because and we were kind of talking about this with some of the new guys, new club members in Duluth, is once you don't have to think about how to get into your slide and how hard you're kicking or like the little things, then you can focus on the smaller things, the more finesse and adjusting your release and that kind of stuff. So I think just get the basics down to where you don't have to think about it, and then work on the good stuff. But then the second part is like you got to play. You're not going to get better at curling if you don't play. I mean, look at even like our national final. Like we ended up playing Danny Casper's team, and they've never been in a men's national final before. And I think
Right.
that inexperience versus our experience, kind of was a part of the reason that we won. And so experience is going to get you everything you need to know about the game.
Sure, but they also had the experience of playing together as a team for a long time. So that carried them a long way in that national championship.
For sure. And by the way, I played Danny and Phil Drobnik in the B event final of the men's international in St. Paul.
Mhm.
And I don't think Danny missed. The kid's good.
Yeah, he definitely has a bright future in the game. I would agree.
All right, you're going to a Bonspiel. You know this question well, I'm sure. Going to a Bonspiel, you can pick anybody, anytime, living, dead. What's your team? Where are you going?
I did not write all this down, and it, 'cause
Uh-oh.
these last two questions are the ones that I don't have good answers for.
Oh.
I don't know. I was thinking like maybe Tiger Woods, but not Tiger Woods now. Maybe like super competitive Tiger Woods back in the day.
2007 Tiger Woods. Yeah. Okay. Like Tiger Slam Tiger Woods. Okay.
Yeah.
You're probably taking
Still hungry,
You're probably
pre-
taking Vitanen because of your friends and all,
Pre-car
right?
car wreck yeah. Pre-car
I'll
wreck
take Vitanen.
Tiger Woods.
He's a good time.
Yeah.
He's a good time. I'll take
He
him.
knows how to party. Yep.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm kind of like forgetting what my thoughts were because I just listened to Schuster on Colin's podcast,
Oh.
and his answers are stuck in my head. So I might just have to stop there for now.
Okay.
I'll
So
send an update.
you can play three-handed. That would be fine. Yeah. Tiger and
No, I'll wait till the conversation's over. We'll talk about it after, and then you can snip it in there.
okay, we'll figure out how to get it in there and
He's not,
insert
Joel's not
name
that
later.
good at editing.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, try and come up with something since you didn't make notes, but this is I like this one. If you could have a walk-up song for curling, what would your walk-up song be?
I want to hear what Ty would say.
Oh.
For mine or yours? Because I'm pretty sure yours is "Your Love" by the Outfield.
Okay, I was thinking you would have said you can have whatever you like by T.I.
Any rap song that came out in 2007 or 2008.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But the story behind that is we were roommates like all through college,
Yep.
and my alarm for about 5 years was the Outfield song.
Yeah.
For some reason. And then I had subwoofers in my Oldsmobile Intrigue, and so I listened to the T.I.
Wow.
T.I., Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Yeah. The better the rattle.
Were you part of the Scooter crew?
Scooter crew.
No, it was just me. That was the one I moved
That
to
was just
across.
you.
That was
Oh.
just you.
To be fair,
Oh no,
though,
you did have one.
I did have one. I just didn't live in the right city.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Duluth's not a good place for a scooter.
No.
Well, I didn't have a crew. I didn't have
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've never lived life until you've been a little wobbly on a scooter after hitting a couple happy hours.
Oh man.
All right, so John, what's your pick for the song? Like, I need to write it down to put it on the playlist.
It's got to be that.
Yeah. I'll go with Your Love by the Outfield,
Your Love by the Outfield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
which
Alright.
apparently that song has some like deep, weird meaning to it. The lyrics.
Yeah.
Any song from the late 70s and
For
early
you,
80s.
it just means wake up.
Yeah. We're not
Yeah.
we're not digging, we're not going to unpackage that here on the
Yeah.
show. Do you got any sponsors you want to mention since you are on a fancy curling team and all?
Yeah. Hardline Curling. We've had them since 2015 when nobody else would give us brooms or supply us with anything, and then so they've been awesome. Allianz has been on with us for a little while now, and we've done a lot of like events with them to kind of put up our side of the deal or whatever. For they support us, we support them, and man, they know how to have a good company party. It's pretty fun.
Awesome.
And then I should have wrote this down.
Oh, come on.
We picked up a Madison like insurance company for Worlds.
Super.
Vancouver.
John
Okay.
mentioned Modus Financial,
Yeah. Yep. That one.
which they are,
Um,
as you know, they are also a sponsor of the podcast.
So
Oh, perfect.
yeah,
Double trouble.
Yeah,
Nothing
Great.
but the best for Modus,
that's right.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Landsteiner, and our show. Both.
Yeah.
Boom. Team Landsteiner.
And then yeah, there's like the USA Curling sponsors too, but
Exactly. Good answer.
I'll send you
Perfect way to end the show. Perfect way to end the interview. All right, John, thank you for coming on. Good luck at Worlds. Good luck at the Slam if you have to go, get to go, however you want to put it.
Hopefully, you don't have to plow too much snow for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Thank you.
Are you coming out to House of Hearts at all? Because we'll be there.
Yeah, but I'm on baby duty, so they'll be I'll be witnessing the disaster instead of participating.
It'll be fine.
Just
All
give
right.
it to my mom. Just give it to my
Yeah.
mom. You go down
Tell
there.
Louise to. There you go. Or Michelle. Sorry, not Louise. Louise. Where did I get that? I'm an idiot. All
Her
right.
middle name.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
That's right. Okay, perfect. I knew that. Nailed it. All right, John. Thanks. Good luck. We'll talk to you again
All right,
soon.
thank you.
Thanks for listening. Out.
All right. Later.
All right, Curling Nation, that's it. Season 3, Episode 10 is in the books. Thanks to John Landsteiner, superfan, for joining the show. Great interview with him. Big thanks to Mason at Modus for continuing to sponsor the show. ModusCC.com for all your POS, credit card processing needs. Check out our merch or email the show about merch. CurlingNation at curlingnetwork.com. Play some ends. There might be a few bond spiels left in the season, maybe a summer spiel. I don't know. Rewatch some games with your friends on, and play ends while you're sitting around this summer by a fire. Buy ends cards. Do it. Otherwise, I think that's it. If you got any ideas for guests, email the show, CurlingNation, curlingnetwork.com. Curling Nation bump is real. So, you going for that job application? Maybe we'll have you on the show. I don't know. Who knows? Otherwise, I think that's it. Follow us, social media, Facebook, Twitter. We're out there.
You'll find us.
Yeah, you'll find us. Yeah, I'm excited for House of Hearts. Boom. We're going to make a lot of money, hopefully, for kids. It's for the kids. That's it this week. Mike McDermott, Joel Dietz,
Craig.
Greg. We're out.